What is going on, guys? Jack has got your back. Welcome back to the channel, and today is a good day indeed because we are going to be taking a look at my tier list of WWF slash WWE games that have come out in the past. God knows how many years. It's been some time for sure. With the release of WWE 2K24 on the horizon, I felt like it was a good time as any to do like a tier list. And of course, it'll also be like this year will mark the 40th anniversary for WrestleMania. So I figured, why not do like my tier list of wrestling games? So this is like my tier list. It could be completely different to yours. So if it is completely different to yours, go ahead in the comment section below and do let me know. What your opinions are, what your memories are as well of these games, because you guys, you might have your own memories of some of these wrestling games. But yes, a disclaimer as well. When it comes to some of these games, especially some of the Smackdown versus Raw games, a lot of these games will get a little bit muddled in my mind. They'll get a little bit muddled with some features that might be in one wrestling game that could have been introduced into like another game. It might be that kind of case, so bear with me. It has been some time since I've actually played some of these games, but yeah, without further ado, let's kick into this tier list, shall we? All right, so first on our list is Day of Reckoning, even the second game as well. Yeah, never played these ones, so I am going to pop these here and just save us the time. So a lot of these games I will not have played, purely for the fact is that some of these games have been console exclusives for the time. So a lot of these games, they could be on like the Xbox only. I was on like the PlayStation as a kid. Some of them are like the Sega Mega Drive. You know, I was on the Nintendo. So, you know, some systems have, you know, different games, you know. But yeah, so Days of Reckoning, I have no idea what these games are. Wasn't there like a pay-per-view of like Day of Reckoning? It might have been. I don't remember back in the day. But yeah, so without further ado, those two games are definitely going to go there because I have not played those. But this game I have played. So Legends of WrestleMania. This game, I'm still waiting for a successor, like a spiritual successor to this game, like a sequel. I'm still waiting for it. This game came out in 2009 or 2010, because in this game you could import like the SmackDown versus Raw roster into that game, so you could have like a matchup between Hulk Hogan versus Randy Orton, or you could have like Andre the Giant versus Triple H if you wanted to. It was the possibilities were endless in that game. The match types were great, but when it comes to this game, the WrestleMania showcase was peak wrestling entertainment. I absolutely loved the showcase in this game. The showcase was basically like your story mode, where you could relive highlighted matches or like the most popular matches from like WrestleManias 1 through 15. So you could have like Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. Some legendary matches in there, and they also had like a objective list that you had to do for each match to fully relive 100% what that match was like. If I remember correctly, there was an objective in WrestleMania 15 with Stone Cold and The Rock. Basically what you had to do was, as Stone Cold, you had to perform the stunner on The Rock, like through the announcement table twice, I think, for the announcement table to break. Great, so good. And a little trivia, little facts about the this channel as well. I want to say a good 10 years ago, I did achievement / trophy guides in some games. One of them was Legends of Wrestlemania. So the one I did for this, like the trophy guide I did for this, was do a match in showcase mode without looking at the the objectives list. So you had to do that match whilst doing all the objectives without looking at the list, without pausing the match. I did that. It was Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy in a steel cage match at WrestleMania 2. I remember this. I remember this. But yeah, so this game was absolutely incredible. The match types were great. The roster was legendary, literally legendary. Ultimate Warrior, The Rock, Andre the Giant, Snake Roberts, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, you know, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Oh, mate, the list just goes on and on. The music was great. Ah, so good. My ringtone at the time was Jake the Snake Roberts' theme. It was good. It was legendary. So without further ado, let me put it in the perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect. Literally down to the last minute details. Brilliant. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, now I'm hoping that Smackdown vs. Raw 2K24 is basically going to be the successor I've been waiting for, since this game came out. Alright, so the next game on our list, Micro League Wrestling. I have no idea what this game is, so I'm going to put it there. What does it say? Something... What's that? Digitized video action wrestle real WWF stars featuring Hulk Hogan. I have no idea what that is, so that goes in the only category that I know, the not play category. I need to look up what this game actually is. I've never even heard of this game until now, so that's crazy. All right, WWF No Mercy, right? This game, a lot of good memories. My brother owns this. A lot of these games, like these early 2000s, late 90s, like wrestling games, my brother owns these games and I would play with him. Right, No Mercy, N64 WWF game. Absolutely incredible. I think, yeah, you had Triple H, The Rock, and I think this is Edge as your cover stars. Oh, mate, this game was absolutely incredible. Like, the memories I have of this game alone, just so good. They're sort of like unlocking as I like go through this tier list. But yeah, like this game was absolutely incredible. If you were to play this nowadays with like the jank N64 controller, it might be a little bit challenging. But yeah, I still had a good time with this. I still had a good time. So I'm gonna put this in the awesome category, hands down, for sure. Just like the memories alone for me, just peak, absolutely peak. All right, so Raw 2 and Raw. Let me put these in the not played category because these were Xbox exclusive games. So I'm pretty sure Smackdown was only exclusive to PlayStation and Raw was exclusive to Xbox. So I was PS2, not Xbox, so I would not have played those games. But yeah, look at that. Goldberg, Triple H, Scott Steiner. Oh, mate. So good. Right, Road to WrestleMania 18, Road to WrestleMania. Never played these games because judging by that silver arc on the cover, that looks like Game Boy Advance. I mean, I did have a Game Boy Advance, but I barely had any games for it. So yeah, those games definitely go there. Never played those. But this game, Here Comes the Pain. Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain. I have played this game. Absolutely love this game. I think my brother owns this game. But yeah, the match types were legendary. Like, the match types alone, legendary. Bra and panties match? You can't get away with that shit nowadays. You can't get away with that. Can you imagine doing bra and panties matches now? You couldn't do that shit now. Absolutely not. But yeah, back in the day, Trish Stratus and Terry Kroll, something T, another T. I forgot her name, but yeah, so good. Absolutely love this game. Again, Brock Lesnar. Oh, Brock Lesnar as your cover star. So good. Just so good in general. Yeah, awesome category, hands down for sure. Yep, definitely. Alright, so let's see. Smackdown, Just Bring It. So, if I'm not mistaken, this game was the first game to be on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, The Rock, Kurt Angle there. I think Triple H was also on the cover of this as well. If I'm not mistaken as well, this game introduced like the whole like caution, attention, caution, caution, attention. That whole thing of like trying to save your game, loading your game. Oh yes, that brings back so many good memories. Just bring it. WWF Smackdown, just bring it. Oh, as soon as you press the starting up the game. Oh, yes, yes. It goes there. It just goes there. It goes perfect. For me, it was great. Again, a lot of fond memories with my brother. I played as Triple H or Taz, X-Pac or The Rock. I played a lot of like superstars, and my brother I think was Triple H a lot, and he had like his own custom character as well. Oh god, what was his custom character called? Ooh, I think it was called like the Phenom. Yeah, because he was trying to like have like a character similar to like the Undertaker. That was like his Undertaker, the Phenom or the Phantom or something like that. My created character, even to this day, because I still use him in my created character sometimes. Jimmy Jack Smash, JJS, Jimmy Jack Smash, my guy. He's been in there since Just Bring It. He's been in the wrestling franchise since 2001, 2002, whenever that game came out. Oh mate, so many good memories. Still use them to this day. Still use them. All right, if I'm not mistaken, these are like the PS1 games. Know Your Role. Yeah, these are the PS1 games. I'm pretty sure I still own the PS1 Smackdown game. It's in a box somewhere. I still own it. This was handed down to me, so of course you gotta keep it. Surely you can't play it anymore, but you gotta keep it. But yes, again, a lot of fond memories of this. Back in the day, we thought the graphics for this game was like peak graphics. You couldn't get any better than this. Enter or like insert insert Triple H game model from that game. But yes, without further ado, these games, again, a lot of fond memories, hands down, have got to go in the awesome category. Again, a lot of fond memories with playing these games with my brother. Even like the adverts for this game, like the WWF hotel. Oh, like The Rock going through the hotel of like the WWF hotel, and like the chef saying like, oh yeah, like The Rock was going like, you smell what The Rock is cooking in here, and the chef goes like, pancakes, Rock, pancakes, and then someone like tackles him. Someone tackles like the chef. Oh mate, so good. Kane was in the kitchen, like doing the whole like, with like his hands, like with the fucking igniting the stoves as well. Oh, so good. So vivid. Like just some of these advertisements, the gameplay, so good. Even like the Smackdown like theme, like playing as like the game was like doing its intro. So good. Another great game, Shut Your Mouth. Yeah, this game was good. This game was very good. Again, it was like in between Just Bring It and Here Comes the Pain. It was like in between those games, sort of like building upon Just Bring It. Yeah, that game was good too. Is that Chris Benoit? Ooh, okay, moving on. Wait, is that Chris Benoit too? No. Or is that Vince McMahon? I can never tell who this guy is, but it's either Triple H, Vince McMahon, or Chris Benoit. Those three. It's either those three. But yeah, now we come to the creme de la creme of wrestling games in general. This was peak wrestling games, right? This era that we're getting to now, peak. Yeah, Smackdown versus Raw. Moving on. Yeah, so Smackdown versus Raw. This game came out in 2005. I was 10 years old when this game came out. Yeah, so Raw was exclusive to Xbox. PlayStation had Smackdown. So they figured, why not have a game where we would combine both, what would you call these? Both brands into one game where worlds collide, where you would have the roster for SmackDown and the roster for Raw going at it. There you go. Basically, there you go. you would have like this legendary roster of, like, at the time, the modern superstars. And they would also have like a store system where you could go and buy legends. So you'd have like Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart. Bret Hart was my go-to like legend at that time as well. My go-to like wrestlers in general were like Bret Hart, Triple H, and John Cena. Those guys, those were my guys. You know, they were my guys. Yeah, so this game also had like built upon like the features that came before, and also building upon like its story mode. It was like a season mode where you would like go through those different matches, scenarios with like your superstar that you would go with this journey with. And they would also have a match type where falls count anywhere, like Backstage Brawl Edition. But basically what would happen is that you would do your entrance going to the ring, you know, doing the whole theme, going to the ring, and then basically you could go back to the entrance and you would see like this little blue triangle, and you could go backstage and you could go into the dressing rooms. Oh wait, you can go a bit further, there's the parking lot. Oh wait, there's a little bit further, there is like the streets, there's the outside, there's the theater. Oh, there's a restaurant over there. You could go anywhere outside the arena. Crazy gameplay mechanics, so good. But yeah, it goes up there, man. Like SmackDown vs. Raw, the original, it goes up there. I don't think we'll ever get remasters of these games. I wish remasters were a thing when it came to like wrestling games, but I don't think they'll ever happen, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, without further ado, it goes there. If we ever got like a remaster or a remake, sign me up. But it won't happen, unfortunately, because of licensing and, like, you know, time goes on, that sort of thing. Right, moving on, we have SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. So when it came to this game, I don't know why, but I sort of skipped it and I went straight to 2007. I got this game later on in its life cycle. I got like the platinum edition for this game, like with the silver PS2 case. There we go. I got my words. But yeah, I got this later in its lifestyle, basically building upon SmackDown vs. Raw, and you know, just building upon its mechanics. But if I'm not mistaken, this game introduced the whole locker scenario feature, where you could have like a custom locker room that is yours, and you could like fit it out with like custom decor, different pieces of furniture, memorabilia, because as you would go like on your career modes, you could get like money that you could spend in like the catalog store, and you could get like you know, memorabilia. You can get like different belts. You can get like little action figures of certain superstars, pool table, you know, like a bar section. You could change, like, if you could have like wood flooring or like concrete flooring, brick walls, concrete walls. You could change the stair layout to like the like the black bars, or you could have like, you could even have green stairs, you know, like the customization was nuts for that. I'm pretty sure it was in 2006 where it got introduced. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's when it got introduced. Where the hell do I put this game? I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it there because I don't remember this game as much as like the later SVR games, but I still had a good time with it. I still thought it was okay. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in the good category. Yeah, like it was like just in the middle of the range for me. All right, so we have Smackdown vs. Raw 2007. So I went from 2005 to 2007. I skipped 2006. I got this for Christmas 2006. 2007? Christmas. I just remember getting it for Christmas. Yeah, so this game again builds upon like what 2006 had, like the locker room thing, and then like Road to WrestleMania, like different storylines that you could do with your superstar. And then this game introduced the stamina meter. So the stamina meter was your responsibility. So as you would play your match, your stamina bar would become smaller and smaller. So you would have to keep an eye on it. So what you would have to do is, deal enough damage as you can to your opponent. And then if you're in like a safe spot, you would hold down the circle button. I think it was the circle button. And you would like replenish your stamina bar to like be full again. And then you could go to town on your opponent again. Yeah, great mechanic because it was sort of like going for more realism now. Introducing the stamina meter and then having like the wrestlers be like 3D printed like models, like having like realistic looking features. It was nuts. It was breathtaking but nuts, and also creepy in some cases. But yeah, I had a good time with this. I'm gonna put this in the awesome category. Yes, I'll put it there. I mean, look at that. You got John Cena, you got Rey Mysterio, Triple H. Those were the days, man. Those were the days of wrestling. All right, SVR 2008. So yeah, again, built upon 2007, tweaking some improvements here and there. So yeah, you also had. So not only did you have like the SmackDown roster and also the Raw roster, but now you can kind of see it on the bottom there below the 2008 featuring ECW. So ECW was a massive thing in like those sorts of days of wrestling. Because in 2006 they had like the ECW like open night or championship, something like that. Where you would have like one of the matches was like John Cena versus like Rob Van Dam, Basically ECW is Extreme Championship Wrestling, where just anything freaking goes, man. Like anything goes. So you would have, like these extreme rules matches. So like you would have like the ECW roster, which included CM Punk at the time, Bobby Dreamer, I think his name was. You had RVD as well. And with that roster would also include like the different match types that ECW was known for. So you'd have like Extreme Rules matches where you could have like just anything goes. So like falls count anywhere, weapons are okay, disqualifications are okay, anything is okay. So you would have like sticks with barbed wire. You would have tables, chairs, sledgehammers, you name it, it was there. Oh, mate, like this game was incredible. So good. If I'm not mistaken as well, this game introduced Road to WrestleMania as well, where you'd have like these different storylines with these different superstars, which have these different unique storylines leading up to WrestleMania and then closing out their storyline with like a WrestleMania match. CM Punk was one. Undertaker definitely was one because at the time Undertaker was undefeated at WrestleMania, So, you had to include him as, your front runner for WrestleMania. But yeah, oh mate, so many good days, so many good memories. The good days, the good old days. So good. Alright, SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. Building upon what 2008 was, but also improving, and this was like their main thing going into 2009, was the tag team system. So as you can see, the cover superstars are Triple H and Shawn Michaels, D-Generation X, DX, you know, tag team duo. Yeah, so their mechanic, or like their big selling point, was improved tag team mechanics. So like the tag team AI was better, your partner's AI was better, different moves, different match types for tag teams. That was your selling point for 2009. Elimination Chamber. I want to say Elimination Chamber was introduced into this one, or it could have been 2008 it was introduced. But yeah, that was my go-to match type. Elimination Chamber. Love it. Absolutely love Elimination Chamber. And just coming in at first and then taking down like 5 other dudes. So good. Yeah, without further ado, let me put it in the awesome category. But excuse me. But yeah, like 2009, so good. Again, improving on some things, introducing new features, improving on like the road to WrestleMania as well. I think this included like a road to WrestleMania for a tag team as well. Whereas the original road to WrestleMania was like single superstars. This one had like tag team superstars as well. I think Rey Mysterio and Batista was one. I think Triple H and Shawn Michaels was another tag team. But yeah, good old days. Oh my god. Right, this one. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Basically, improve. Here is your SmackDown vs. Raw game. But we're gonna like give you the tools and the ability to do whatever you want in the game. Basically, this was like your own wrestling game. So your own creations, anything you wanted to do. So you had, you know, Road to WrestleMania, but you could put your created superstar, Jimmy Jack Smash. Jimmy Jack Smash. He would go like on his road to WrestleMania. Finally, I could have a WrestleMania moment for my dude, you know. That he was my guy, you know. So Jimmy Jack Smash, created superstar, had his own road to WrestleMania, and then you could create your own storyline. So create a storyline, you could like do the scripts yourself, the matches yourself, the outcomes for those superstars yourself. Who wins, who loses, what do they get? Do they get stabbed in the back by their own tag team teammate, their own long lost brother, which is another created superstar? Oh mate, yo, those storylines were freaking amazing. They were peak wrestling. Oh mate, create a finisher, create an entrance. I think you could also create your own video for the entrance as well. The list goes on with different created features you could do in that game. Oh mate, 2010. It just goes in the perfect. It was perfect. Perfect. Everything down to the last minute details. Hands down, for sure. Absolutely love 2010. Great. Great wrestling game. Alright. So, now comes a very rough patch for me when it comes to wrestling games. So, after 2010, I kind of fell off the wrestling brand as a whole. I didn't follow it anymore. I wasn't watching it anymore. Basically just fell out of love with wrestling and just in general. I was moving on to like other things, you know, so I never really sort of continued with you know, my love for wrestling, let's say. But yeah, so without further ado, let's do it, shall we? All right, let me bring it down here. All right. So yeah, as you can see, like SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, that's when they sort of stopped with the SmackDown vs. Raw title, and they moved to like WWE 12, WWE 13, you know, and now this is where the studio starts to shift, right? So THQ and Jack's Pacific, or Ukes, something like that, They were in charge of like the wrestling games from like the late 90s up until this point, right? So you can see like how many wrestling games they made just in that like 15-year like span they had. You can see like how many they done. So you can see just the dedication they had for the brand, right? So THQ closed. THQ was no more after 2013, right? So 2K came in and was now the flagship for the WWE brands now. They carried the torch on. They basically grabbed hold of like their baton and they kept running with it. So now it's now 2K's 2K reign. It's their baby now. But still, I didn't come back to the brand. I didn't do it. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when it came to like the 2K games, as soon as they started with their own League of Games now, they had their own showcase. Showcase was like their own story mode, and whoever was the cover art, whoever was like the cover superstar for the game was like their showcase. So case in point, you had like Stone Cold, you had Brock Lesnar, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, list goes on. So this is where it starts to get a little bit hazy and not so hazy. It was like all over the place for me. But yeah, 2K24, I never played it, but I want to say this is when they started doing showcases, right? So 2K14, sorry. As you can see, like the cover superstar is The Rock. So I want to say like their story mode was The Rock, which unfortunately I missed out on because it wasn't for me anymore. Wrestling wasn't for me anymore. Never continued with it. Again, 2015, unfortunately didn't play it. But when it came to 2016, this is where it changes. So on the Xbox, you have Games with Gold. When Games with Gold was good. They actually gave you titles that you would actually play. 2K16 was one of those games. So I was like, you know what? I haven't played a game in the series since 2010. So it's already been like 5-6 years. And I'm like, oh yeah, so it's not THQ anymore. It's 2K. So it's a completely different company that is making the game. So like, yeah, I'll give it a go. I liked it. 2K16, I liked it. Their showcase was dedicated to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Their story mode was Stone Cold Steve Austin 316, basically. Oh, mate, so good. So showcase is basically story mode, but like it has FMV from that match. So let's say, just to give you an example, because one of the matches was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock at WrestleMania 15, right? So you would have FMV leading up to the match. Like, trash talking, beers, fucking downing beers, pissing off The Rock and Vince McMahon, pissing off the establishment because you're Stone Cold, you're the attitude of the brand, no one gives a shit, that sort of thing. Leading up to WrestleMania 15, you would then play WrestleMania 15. You were then given objectives. You see where I'm going with this? You were then given objectives like Legends of WrestleMania, FMV like Red Legends of WrestleMania. You see where I'm getting with this? And then you would have to like do these objectives that were purely recreating or reliving those moments one for one with that match. So, if I'm not mistaken, you had Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. Do the stunner twice on Bret Hart and that sort of thing. So once you would do like a certain objective, it will go into like an in-game cutscene, and then it will transition from in-game cutscene to then real life FMV of that moment that really happened in real life. Oh mate, so good. It goes in the awesome category. Hands down. I really liked 2K16. It's still on Games with Gold. It's still there. The online servers are not, of course. But yeah, 2K16, I really, really liked 2K16. Yeah, hands down for sure. Right, WrestleFest. I have no idea what this game is, so that goes there. It looks really cool though, but I need to look up gameplay of this for sure. Alright, WrestleMania 2000. Never played. WrestleMania, the arcade game. Never played. Steel Cage Challenge. Never played. X8. Never played. X19. Never played. 21. Never played. What's this? WWE Aftershock, I'm assuming. Never played. Yep. So, yeah. So this whole row never played. Because I'm pretty sure those WrestleMania games were purely Xbox only games. I was PlayStation, so of course never played. Aftershock, never even heard of Aftershock. I don't even know what that is. No clue. So I'm going to have to look up gameplay for that as well. I want to say it might be like a mobile game. Never played. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what like Steel Cage Challenge is and like the arcade game is. I'm very intrigued to see what those games actually are. But yeah, so like those games, of course they go in that category. Alright, so this is a bit of a weird one for me. So All-Stars. All-Stars, I played the leveling shit out of the demo. Never bought the main game. Never bought the main game. Which is a massive shame. I don't even know if it's still there. I'm going to have to look to see if it's still there on the 360 store before the servers shut down for the store, for the 360. I'm going to have to look. But yeah, so this I played the demo for a lot. All-Stars was like this over-the-top crazy wrestling game where all the wrestlers were like jacked and like proper like beefed up, that sort of thing. And it would have like legends as well as like the main roster at the time. So you would have The Rock, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Andre the Giant, I think was another one. Big Show, I think was another one. Yeah, and then like it was just over the top. Like the finisher for, let's say, John Cena, right? So the finisher, of course, the STFU, like the attitude adjustment, you know, like over the shoulders, and then you would do like the flip, you know, that sort of thing. That's normal, right? All Stars, basically, would be that move, but like you would physically like leap up into the air, like 20 plus feet up in the air, and you come crashing down to the mat. Crazy. The same for the rock bottom. Same sort of thing. It was cool. It was good. I loved the demo, but like I never played it. The main game, so I don't even know where to actually put this. God. I mean, just going on the demo alone. Yeah, it goes in the awesome. Just for the demo alone. I bet if I actually played like the main game in its entirety, it'd probably be like up here. You know, in the perfect, for sure. I absolutely loved the demo for that. Right, what is this? Is this just 2K? Like in general? I don't even know, because it kind of looks similar to like 2015. God, whoever did this was whoever did this list, man. Alright, but yeah, like that looks like 2K15. Weird. Alright, moving on. WWE Champions. This looks like a wrestling game. Nope. Not a wrestling game. Of course it's a wrestling game. It looks like a mobile game. Yeah, never played it. Ooh, Crush Hour. This was if I'm not mistaken, Crush Hour was a PS1 racing game. Very similar to Twisted Metal, where you would have like these WWE superstars in like a destruction derby type of thing with vehicles. Where else do I put it? Where else do I put it? It has to go in the garbage. I hated it. You don't put wrestlers in cars. Who thought that was a good idea? moving on. All right, Immortals. Oh my god, this looks like Mortal Kombat meets wrestling. This is a mobile game, isn't it? Never played it. Mayhem kind of looks like a mobile game. Supercard looks like a mobile game. All right. Oh my god. There's a lot of games in this list coming up that I have not actually played. This could get a little bit messy. All right. Survivor Series, never played. Tap Mania, looks like a mobile game. What the fuck is that? Undefeated. Yep, Undefeated in my actual brain because I never played it. WWE Universe, never played. Okay, now we can take a breather with that sort of nonsense. All right, Battlegrounds. I've played Battlegrounds. WWE 2K Battlegrounds. When did this game come out? It came out recently. I think 2019? I want to say. I mean, I played this one. I played this one. This was like All-Stars, like WWE All-Stars, but like they were like little figurines. They were literally toys, because once you unlocked a superstar, they would bust out of the packaging and they were like toys. It was over the top. It was small. The achievement list was easy enough. I played it for a good couple of weeks. I'm sorry, it was garbage. I didn't like it. I did not like Battlegrounds. I played it for about a couple of weeks. I played it with a friend over Xbox Live as well. We did like matches together. Dope. Alright, moving on. Alright, 2K17. This was either games with gold, or it was... or it had like free play days on the Xbox, because I do remember playing this game, but for the life of me, I can't find it anymore. But yeah, again, the showcase this time round was Brock Lesnar. Basically the same premise, showcase-wise, with like FMV, objectives, reliving moments, with this time with Brock Lesnar. But yeah, I thought it was good. Not as good as like Stone Cold, but like it was still okay. I didn't mind it, so I put you there. Yeah, I put the I put 2K17 there, because I do remember playing it, but I just can't find it. I can't find it on the store, and I can't find it on like the Games with Gold. So it must have been free play days. It had to have been, because I can't find it anymore. I do have achievements for it though. But I definitely played it. But yeah, never, can't find it anymore. Alright. 2K18. This is where I started to like fall off again. So no free play days, no games with gold, no nothing. I just fell off with the brand again. Just, nah. No thank you. So 2K18. That looks like Seth Rollins. Is it Seth Rollins? That is Seth Rollins, isn't it? Who the hell is this guy again? I don't know. That's not Seth Rollins. Wait, who's Seth Rollins? I don't know. I'm going to have to look this up now. So yeah, after that brief interlude, yeah, that's definitely Seth Rollins, because I got Seth Rollins and like Roman Reigns mixed up. I don't know how I did that, but I did. Yeah, so just, you know, judging by like the cover star, I mean, if the showcase was Seth Rollins, I'm not going to have that much of like a connection, let's say, like I had with like Brock Lesnar, and certainly not Stone Cold Steve Austin. So if like Seth Rollins was the showcase, I wasn't going to be like fully committed to it, let's say, right? So I never played it anyway, but you know, I wouldn't have been committed to it anyway. Same with like 2K19. So the cover star here is AJ Styles. I remember AJ Styles from like TNA Impact. Does anyone remember TNA Impact? I do. Yeah, TNA Impact. He was good on that. But yeah, so he moved over to WWE, and it looks like the showcase was, you know, dedicated to like him. But yeah, never played 2K19, so that goes there. The same with 2K20. 2K20 never played, and it's a good job I actually didn't play it, because it was a pure dumpster fire, unfortunately, because you could see that 2K was running out of steam. They were like producing a wrestling game like every year. All they were doing was just like doing a different showcase, updating the roster. That's it. Different showcase, different roster. Send it out. Full price, send it out. Not good, not good. And they really like lowered the bar with 2K20 because the fact is, it was just like a buggy mess. It had way too many bugs. It was janky, not great. So many crashes, so much. I remember watching Beat 'em Ups do a review on the Switch version for 2K20. Basically unplayable. I don't even know how they thought it was a good idea to release it, but they did at full price for a Switch game as well. So that was a bad idea. So in a way, this was like a turning point, but for the better, you know. So they did right by sending out this game because it just showed the people wanted more out of their wrestling games for future, and it worked. It worked. So when it came to 2K22, they basically took a 2-year hiatus and was like, right, we need to reinvent the wheel here. We need to put features that players wanted for so long, and we need to improve on some things, and it worked. 2K22 was a great game. And basically, of course, I didn't play anything past 2016. Well, 2017. I didn't play anything past 2017. So this was already like 6 years. This is already like 6 years that I haven't played a wrestling game. And I was like, yeah, I heard 2K20 didn't do so hot, but I heard they were like reventing the wheel and the gameplay looks sick for 2K22. So I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And I bought it. I bought the game and absolutely loved it. I loved 2K22, hands down. This is what we were waiting for. My GM was great. I actually was invested in my GM, which was crazy because I'm not really like a my GM kind of player. I don't really like strategize, and I don't like look at matches like saying like, oh, this could work here and it should be for this and it could work like this. Usually I don't do that in my wrestling games, but like, I'll give it a go with 2K22 and I loved it. I loved my GM. I loved my faction as well. My faction was like a ultimate team from like FIFA, like to like wrestling. Like you would get these cards with the superstar on it, and that would be like your team. You would go to do like these different matches, different pay-per-view events. You could take them online as well. And then the showcase was Rey Mysterio. So you would relive Rey Mysterio's past amazing matches from like his career, real FMV to real life, objectives that happened, like in-game cutscene to real life FMV in that segment as well. That really happened in that match. So good. And it was so good as well, I actually got in trouble. I got in trouble because I was streaming 2K22 on YouTube. You can't see that video anymore, and I got copyright striked for it because of the FMV. I was showcasing the showcase for Rey Mysterio, and because I showed real life footage of his previous matches, I got copyright striked. So I have to be very, very careful because what I want to do for 2K24, when that comes out, I want to do a video dedicated to the WrestleMania showcase because I know WrestleMania is going to be like its main focus, like its main showcase. It could be even like Cody Rhodes as well. Cody Rhodes might have a showcase, but I heard that WrestleMania will be like its main highlight because it's 40 years of WrestleMania. You're gonna have to have a showcase. So I want to do like a dedicated video talking about that WrestleMania showcase. So you're not gonna have like licensed music. You're not gonna have like real life FMV, unfortunately. But if I can have like gameplay and in-game cutscenes of like those matches, brilliant. Then we've got a video. But I'm saving myself. And that, of course, will be like my spiritual successor, my sequel that I've been waiting for since 2009 for Legends of WrestleMania, So that even might be an S, It could be an S, like, hands down. But yeah, coming back to 2K22, I'm going to put this here in the perfect category. I really, really liked 2K22. Really liked 2K22. 23. Right, 2K23. I, again, love this one. So, I didn't buy 2K23, or at least not right away, because I was like, okay, so they're going to do this again, where it's going to be like yearly releases of the same game, right? So, I didn't buy it straight away. So, a couple of weeks ago, what they did was they gave you free play days for 2K23. I'm like, okay, let me install it and play it, because I saw the showcase was John Cena, and of course John Cena was like my go-to wrestler in the Smackdown versus Raw days, right? So yeah, he's been going on for 20 years, so I'm assuming his showcase is going to be phenomenal. Oh, it was good. Oh, it was good. You would, of course, play his opponent in every single match. So, like, his first match was against Rob Van Dam at ECW in 2006. You would play as RVD, not John Cena. Then you would play as Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 28, I think it was, or WrestleMania 30 something like that. You would play as Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. You would play as Edge. You would play as Triple H, always against John Cena. But the thing is, though, what he wanted to do was convey the message that he never gave up. Like, those matches defined what sort of career, like, his WWE career would be. So, like, his first match at WWE was against Kurt Angle, right? Showing, like, the ruthless aggression, against Kurt Angle. But in that match, you would play as Kurt Angle. You wouldn't play as John Cena. And because Kurt Angle won that match, all those matches that he showcased in his showcase, his opponent always won. John Cena never won any of those matches for his showcase. Spoiler alert, by the way. But yeah, they defined his career. And then at the end of the showcase, you would fight Super Cena. Super Cena was basically, you can't see Cena. You can't see the guy. So basically, Super Cena was an invisible version of John Cena. All you could see was like his clothing, like just his baggy shorts and like his hat and his shoes. That was it. That's all you could see of Super Cena. And yeah, then the final match was against Hulk Hogan, some wrestler called Bruno something. I forgot his his surname, but he was like a wrestling legend since like WrestleMania 1. And then you would have like Stone Cold Steve Austin as well. So you'd have like a fatal four-way. You would be playing as John Cena, and you'd have to eliminate those three opponents. But yeah, it just basically showed you to never give up. So good. My GM came back. My faction came back. My Rise, I think, was also in 2K22, and they sort of brought it back for 2K23. But My Rise was like another storyline where it would also split into two paths. So you had like 3 storylines in all. It was nuts. So you would have this storyline called Lock, and also a storyline called Legacy. Legacy is the one I'm currently playing through at the moment, where you're playing as like the niece of like a famous diva, like WWE diva. You're playing as like this like the niece, and you're creating your own path. You can either follow in your aunt's footsteps, or you could create your own path, that sort of thing. So I'm playing through that at the moment. But yeah, I mean, without further ado, I'm gonna have to put this up here. I love like the newer 2K games, absolutely love them. So of course I pre-ordered 2K24. Don't hate me. I pre-ordered 2K24 because it was the 40th anniversary for WrestleMania, and of course I heard like the showcase was going to be focusing on WrestleMania. Of course, I've been waiting for WrestleMania to come back to a showcase, like just focused on WrestleMania since, of course, Legends of WrestleMania. So of course we're going to have like objectives, real life FMV, real life matches of WrestleMania throughout the 40 plus years. I can't wait to play that. I cannot wait to play it. So when it came to pre-ordering 2K24, you would have the Series X version, the Xbox One version, so you already have like two versions. You have like the cross-gen bundle. They need to stop doing cross-gen bundles, by the way. They need to stop doing this. So not only did you have that, you would also have like the pre-order bonuses, and then the kicker is that you would have 2K23 Series X and 2K23 Xbox One. So you would have those two versions. So you would have 4 games. You would have 4 games in one purchase. So yeah, of course, I went from free play days to actually purchasing 2K23 in the end. But do I think I've done the bad thing? No, because I absolutely love 2K23 and I'm still playing it, you know? And I can't wait to play 2K24 and hopefully doing a video showcasing the WrestleMania mode. Can't wait. It's going to be good. I can't wait to do that. Alright, so now this is where it starts to get a little bit hazy, because out of these remaining games, I've only played like a couple here. Alright, starting off with WWF Attitude. This was a PS1 game, or like no, it was Nintendo 64 because my brother had it. It just goes there. It goes in the awesome category because I have fond memories of it. Yeah, he had Attitude and No Mercy on the N64. Yeah. The Attitude. Oh, the Attitude era of WWF. Peak wrestling, just like in real life. Just peak. So good. Yeah, again, a lot of fond memories with my brother, playing it with my brother. I guess if you were to play this game now, it'll be a janky mess. But yeah, so it'll go there. Alright, what's this? WWF or WWE Betrayal? Never played it. European Rampage? Never heard of it. In Your House? I have heard of In Your House because I did a short of like a Triple H evolution, because Triple H was retiring when I did that short, because I wanted to dedicate a short to Triple H in gaming. So Triple H's first appearance in wrestling games was WWF In Your House. And then of course like his recent one would be like 2K23 at this point. But yeah, so WWF In Your House, never played it, but I know of it. King of the Ring, never played. What's this? Rage Cage? Sega Mega CD? Never heard of it. Alright, WWF Raw? Nope. Royal Rumble? Nope. Royal Rumble again? Nope. Alright, Super WrestleMania. Oh my god, this game. I still have this game to this day. My brother, of course, owns this game on the Super Nintendo. He handed it to me, and I still own the cartridge for this. It's in a box somewhere. I still own the cartridge for this, and I will never let this go. This will be a cherished piece of history for me. Yeah, Super WrestleMania, wrestling game on the Super Nintendo. You know, you had the Super Nintendo sound, like the sound mix of like Hulk Hogan's theme, Undertaker's theme. You had like the Legion of Doom as well. You had like that tag team in it. You had you had Randy Savage. You know, you had like Jake the Snake Roberts. If you were to play this game now, it would be a mess. It would be like unresponsive as all buggery. It would be unplayable. You couldn't play this game nowadays. Fun fact about this channel, back in the day, again, like this was going like 10 years probably, when I did my 100th video for the channel, back when we were like doing like, oh, this is like my 100th video for the channel, let me do like something special, you know, that sort of thing. I dug out my original Super Nintendo, or I should say my brother's Super Nintendo. I hooked it up and I played 4 childhood games on my phone. I recorded everything with my phone back in the day. I played Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Killer Instinct, FIFA 96. I want to say it was a FIFA game, or it could have been Superstar Soccer. It was a football game for sure. And then I played Super WrestleMania. I want to put a card up here. We shall see. But yeah, Super WrestleMania, class game. It's going to go in the awesome category. I absolutely love Super WrestleMania. I guess if I were to play this nowadays, It'll be a janky mess. But yeah, absolutely love it. Maybe I should do that for a video. Ooh. Just giving me an idea. Maybe I should do it for a video like leading up to WrestleMania. That might be sick. That might be cool. I might do that in March. Alright, what's this? WWF Superstars? Never heard of it. Alright, Superstars again? Or I'm assuming that's Superstars 2? Yeah, never heard of it. This is Superstars... No, this is Superstars 2. There's like 2 Superstars? I have no idea. I can't tell because of the font. The font looks so weird. What's this? R-Stars WWF? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Alright, this is Warzone. Oh, so WWF Warzone. We had this on PS1. We don't have this game anymore. I have a lot of fond memories. I put this in the good. It was okay. Alright, what is this one? WWF with authority. You'll respect my authority. Never heard of it. I'm so sorry. Alright, what is this one? WrestleFest. WrestleFest again? I'm going to have to look up WrestleFest because that looks like a really cool game. WrestleFest kind of reminds me of like this like newer like indie wrestling game. I forgot what it was. I think it was called Beat 'em Up, Punch Out, something like that. Like the cover for it is like a bottle cap and it's got like a fist going through it. It's like a wrestling RPG. It kind of looks like that. Very similar. I need to see about WrestleQuest as well. I wouldn't mind doing WrestleQuest at some point as well. All right, going off topic. All right, WrestleMania. This looks like one of the first wrestling games by the looks of things because I never heard of this game at all. It's not Super WrestleMania, so it's not Super Nintendo. So I want to assume this is like original Nintendo, maybe. All right, what is this one? This is just WrestleMania again. Interesting. And this is WrestleMania Challenge. Never heard of that one. All right, I think that's everything. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, that's everything. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. There are 49 wrestling games that I have not played. Are you shitting me, game? Are you shitting me, man? Shit. Wow. There are 49 wrestling games I have not played. But to my credit, some of these games were exclusives to like Xbox, PlayStation, Mega Drive, Nintendo, you know. And then I fell off with wrestling for a time. A lot of these are like mobile games. Some of these games are like pre-PlayStation, you know. So yeah, a lot of those games I have not played. But the games that I have played, phenomenal. Except for those two. Crush Hour and Battlegrounds. Those two, garbage. Waste the money. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that list. I'm very, very happy with that list. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, but yeah, those 6 games on the S category perfect tier, I'm very happy with those. But yeah, so your tier list could be completely different to mine. That is my tier list, so your opinions, your memories could be completely different to mine. You could have played like the entirety of the 2K series. Of course I didn't, unfortunately. But yeah, when it comes to the 2K series, as you can see, I've only literally played like 4, sorry. 2. What am I talking about? It's late. I've only played like 4 out of the possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out of 11. So there's like 11 games I haven't played out of the 2K series. And I've played like 4, soon to be 5 because of 2K24. But yeah, I'm very happy with that list. We will never get an era like Smackdown vs. Raw ever again, which is a shame because Smackdown vs. Raw was like peak gaming, like wrestling, sports entertainment gaming for me. I loved the Smackdown vs. Raw series. Absolutely loved it. But yeah, so that is my list, guys. So again, your list could be completely different to mine. Again, a lot of fond memories for me there. A lot of fond memories, especially with like the early 2000s. And yeah, lots of the early 2000 games, of course, with my brother. Played the ever-loving crap out of like the wrestling games with my brother. Loved the wrestling games with my brother. God, so many good memories, man. So many good memories. And of course, the birth of Jimmy Jack Smash, my created character, still going live to this day. He's still kicking to this day. Love it. But yes, guys, that's where we have to cut it for this tier list. Let me know in the comment section below your tier list and any suggestions if you want to see any other tier lists in the future. Definitely got some ideas for some future wrestling videos that I want to do. Definitely want to do one on Super WrestleMania. That might be a good one to do. And then I want to do a showcase of 2K24's WrestleMania showcase. That might be a good one. Of course, I have to be careful when it comes to real life FMV and, of course, the music. Of course. But, you know, YouTube nowadays. But, yes, guys, thank you all so much for stopping by. If you liked what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe and also ring that bell to stay notified when I go live or when I do post more videos in the future. And, yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. And as always, I'll see you in my next video, stream, or Let's Play. Take care. Have a good rest of the day. Stay safe. Signing out. Have a good day.